Hi there, YouTube. This is Mike again. I thought I'd shoot a quick video here on Blue. I'm in the middle of something that's been kind of ongoing for maybe a year. We've had basically Blue's fuel sending unit was not working, functioning correctly on the gauge, and in the spirit of trying to slowly fix things over the years, I decided, hey, I'm finally going to get to that. I bought a new sending unit. I actually, and it's a shame I didn't get any of this on video because I think it'd be interesting to everybody. But we, basically at that time I dropped the gas tank completely, unhooked everything, pulled the old sending unit out, put the new in, and that was a whole series in itself. And initially I had some issues with it leaking gasoline. And I pulled it. I dropped the tank, put it back in, dropped it several times trying to resolve this about a year ago, and put some sealant around, different things. I mean, I tried everything under the sun, and finally, it seemed that just through efforts, I seemed to resolve it. In addition, a little bit to what's playing into this is, and I'd love to hear your comments down in the comment section if any of you have experienced this, especially on an FB or SA RX7, is I think these gas tanks tend to have some pressure build up. And like anything else, it pushes out path of least resistance. So, I did some things to try to relieve some pressure, and that seemed to resolve it, plus the sealing it up. I haven't had an issue, at least a known issue, for about a year. Just got the car out of winter storage and topped off the tank, and within 24 hours, I come in the garage, I see a puddle on the ground, got some gasoline leaking again. So this time I didn't want to drop the tank, and what I discovered is that if you remove the back, get it up in the air, remove the back tire, and there's a plastic guard there between the tire and the tank. I didn't think you could at first, but if you remove that plastic guard, it's only like 3 bolts in there, 10 millimeter. Remove that. You got pretty good access to the sending unit. Now, another thing I'd like to comment, and again, I'd love to hear your feedback on this, because this is a challenging topic, and I don't know if there's a lot out there on this, even on blogs, but I'm not a fan of where they put this sending unit on the side. When you fill the tank up, you're obviously below fluid level there. So this thing's got to be really sealed well. It seems like newer, other cars, they tend to put that on top. And I don't know why they didn't do that on the FB. Maybe it was a space thing. Maybe this is how it is. I don't know. Again, I'm not an expert. Never claimed to be an expert. So I'd love to hear your comments. But nonetheless, I'd like to show you real quick what I've discovered. So we put Blue up in the air, took that black cover off, removed the tire, and I have a pretty good shot now of the sending unit. I filled it up with gas cans, filled it up a little bit, let it sit, filled it up a little bit, let it sit, filled it up, and now I'm just shy. Basically, a full tank is in there now, and right away, I can see where the leak is occurring. So that's where I'm at right now. Haven't resolved it, haven't fixed it, but at least I can see it kind of in action. So that was the benefit of leaving the tank in the car and being able to access this. So I hope this is beneficial for somebody else who's struggling with this. So real quick, I'm going to cut the video, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you what I've discovered on the sending unit. Okay, back again. And you can see here the rear tire is removed, and I'm just going to go in real nice and easy. You can kind of get a perspective of where it is. So there's typically a shield that goes right here, and I was able, once the car's up in the air, I was able to remove that, and you can quickly see, I don't know if you can see that on camera very good, but you can see the dampness there and the sending unit. Now, for those of you that are really, really perceptive, you'll see there that I have kind of some nuts and bolts on this. I didn't have the OEM screws when I put this in, and the bolts kind of bottom out. So I
I did this kind of with a nut, and basically the nut enables you to tighten down but not go any further with the bolt, because this is really susceptible to stripping. So I kind of like this approach, but then again, maybe it's part of my problem. I did just this week buy the OEM from Atkins Rotary, and I have those, but I really don't like them. They're Phillips head, prone to stripping. I'd really prefer not to go and use those. I think this is actually better. I was able to take a wrench and snug down this side a little more, but I don't think it's going to completely resolve it. You can see it's seeping down pretty good now, from there. So now I'm at the point where it's wonderful. I've discovered where the leak is. After snugging these down, I think I did improve it, but it's not complete. So I'd love to hear your comments on the best and easiest way to seal this. I would prefer not to remove it again, just of how many times I've gone back and forth on this. I will show you two options that I'm weighing. These may not be good options, and I don't claim they are. But again, I thought I would share this with you so you could at least see, at a minimum, you can see access to the tank and where kind of things are. Someday, maybe I'll go under and do a video on first gen RX7 gas tank removal. Real quick, I'm going to show you some sealing options that I'm weighing.
Out of all the oohs and goos I sort of have, these are two things that I'm weighing using. The yellow tube on the right, I've actually already used that. About a year ago when I went through this ordeal, I utilized this. It seemed to work okay, but you can see here about a year later the ultimate results of that. Then I have this, which I've never tried, this tank weld, JB Weld. I suspect this would probably resolve it for eternity. However, probably never going to be able to remove that sending unit again if the day ever comes. That may be something at this point that I accept, and that would be good. But I don't know, and again, I would love to hear your comments. Maybe somebody else has got something much more clever out there that I'm not thinking of. So that's all for now, YouTube. And I hope somebody got something out of this. If nothing else, you got a good look at where the sending unit is on a first gen RX7 tank. And maybe that's beneficial to somebody out there. So, yeah. So hopefully we get this leak fixed, figure out a good way to do that, and get back in action here for winter driving. Just real quick, and everybody's doing this, but I should as well. I just like to wish, we're in the middle of this COVID-19 pandemic, and I'd like to just wish all my viewers well, and I hope you're staying safe and healthy, and I know if we stick together, we'll get through this crisis. So just wanted to give a shout out and wish you all well. That's it, YouTube. Thank you.